This is a mock interview conducted by Forum IAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir? Good morning, sir.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
So you are Sakshi from Jhajjar, Haryana,
Yes, sir.
anthropology.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about your passion in life.
So, my passion in life is to serve people.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Jhajjar has been in the news for a very different reason. The sex ratio is very adverse when you compare it to India. The sex ratio is very adverse. As the district magistrate of Jhajjar, what would be your priorities in this regard?
Sir, as a district magistrate, my first priority will be to look into the careful implementation of the laws, particularly the PCNDT Act, which looks for Prenatal and Preconception Diagnostic Act, and to ensure that there is no sex-selective abortions. Secondly, I would make sure that the schemes like Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao are implemented properly.
How do you ensure that the labs are not getting corrupted? Because I am told that in Jhajjar, लड़की है तो गोला बोलेंगे, लड़का है तो लड्डू बोलेंगे, something like that, when they go early morning for sex determination. And that is why in some of the areas other than Jhajjar, the ratio is even worse, is almost 600, 500 types. So how do you ensure that this doesn't happen by the laboratories which are actually in collusion with all the parents and the families?
Sir, I think it is important that we look into the policing, that the police has to take corrective measures in this regard. Proper selection, I would say that we need to search for premises which does this kind of thing.
Can ICMR help in this regard?
I would say yes, sir, it can help.
How would it be possible for ICMR to step in?
Sir, ICMR can look for the clinics which are involved in sex-selective abortions, and they can inform the police authorities.
Sakshi, you're a student of anthropology.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us briefly about evolution of humans.
Sir, the common ancestors of both the humans as well as the great monkeys is considered as Dryopithecus. After that, we have evolved from Dryopithecus to Australopithecus, Neanderthals, and presently we are at Homo sapiens.
So is that how we have evolved?
I would say yes, sir. And also there have been changes in the body as well as social styles of humans.
Which is the last mystery fiction that you read?
Sir, I read And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie.
Talk to us about the lead female character.
Sir, actually there were 10 characters and there was no lead as such. It was just the murderer that was the lead.
Okay. So talk
He
to us
was a
about
male.
About his personality. Talk to us about it.
Sir, the male was Justice Wargrave. He was a retired judge and he had a very distorted sense of justice. So he decided that whoever has committed certain kind of crimes in their life but have not been punished must get certain kind of justice.
Have you also been watching Agatha Christie's movies?
Sir, I have watched one or two, but not recently.
Okay. So other than Agatha Christie, any other mystery fiction author which impresses you?
Sir, Arthur Conan Doyle, I started reading him and then I started other writers as well.
Okay. Thank you, Sakshi.
Sakshi,
Yes, sir.
so you did a graduation in mathematics, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me something. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration,
Yes, sir.
right? What is the rate of change of acceleration?
Sir, I'm unable to recall right now. Sorry.
Never mind. So, recently, last year, our finance minister had said that rupee has not weakened, but the dollar got strengthened. What is the meaning of this statement?
Sir, the statement means that the dollar got strengthened due to global norms and not because of domestic policies. In the sense that global inflation has been rising worldwide due to Russia-Ukraine war. So one of the reasons can be that.
No, that time I don't think Russia-Ukraine war was the reason. Something else. Why would inflation rise just because of Russia-Ukraine war?
So US has also been following a tight monetary policy.
So what did they do?
So the repo rate of the banks have been increasing in US. They have been trying to control the money flow. As such, the investment in India are decreasing.
So you're saying that to control inflation, they increase the repo rate, right? Okay. Now explain me the recent bank failure, that Silicon Valley Bank. Why did it fail?
So the main reason of the failure of Silicon Valley Bank was largely because there were investments from startups and it was very volatile in the sense that they have been investing in the government bond policies, but they have not been able to liquidate the assets.
You can always liquidate, you can always sell the bond. That's what bonds are all about. Very secure. Whenever you buy a bond, you go to the market and sell it. You'll get this fixed return. That's why everybody invests in bond, right? That's the most secure thing to do. That invest in sovereign bond. Yes. So where did this volatility come into picture?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to.
Okay. Are you following this G20, that summit era that is going on? India has got the chair and many meetings are happening.
Yes, sir.
So are you following that?
Yes, sir.
So recently 2 meetings got conducted. That's foreign secretary level meeting and foreign minister level meeting and finance minister level meeting. How do you assess the performance of India as a chair in these 2 meetings?
So India as a chair has been considered as the voice of Global South, considering that the country...
No, these are motherhood statements. Come to these very specific, these 2 meetings. Have you followed the outcome of these 2 meetings? What were the resolution or whatever? Or a statement issued?
Sir, I'm sorry, I have not...
You should read that.
Yes, sir.
My last question to you. You must have seen or have noticed that there are scattered events in UK and US that pro-Khalistani pull down Indian flag. Now, what should be the reaction of Government of India pertaining to these 2 events? According to your opinion, what should Government of India do?
Sir, according to me, the Government of India must reach to the embassies of the US and the UK in order to convey their apprehensions regarding the same.
What apprehension? What should Government of India do? Give me three steps that Government of India should take.
So firstly, I would say that they should talk to the respective countries, USA and UK, in order to ensure that whatever has been going on abroad should not affect the Indian domestic scenario.
How would it impact domestic scenario? They are pulling down flags, so they are pulling down flags. They are bunch of maybe 100, 200, 2,000 people. They are pulling down flags or doing some protest. How is it going to impact India?
Sir, I think the disturbance that is being caused there can affect the Punjab, which has already been seen as volatile considering the Khalistani movement is rising.
I'm related to Punjab, it doesn't bother me.
So, but there are certain elements that can get radicalized.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Sakshi. Sakshi, tell me, is Jhajjar a part of an NCR region?
Yes, sir.
NCR. So, have any benefits accrued because of this to the district?
Yes, sir. I would say there are benefits because the NCR region has been attracting a lot of investment. So Jhajjar has been able to emerge as an industrial hub. Also, due to the connectivity with the metro line, the people of Jhajjar have been able to commute well.
Metro has reached till what level? Bahadurgarh, I was aware. Has it gone beyond that also?
So there have been plans, but it has not been reached yet.
Till what level it is planned? Which place?
Sir, they are planning till Rohtak, I guess.
Okay, okay. And it will pass through Jhajjar also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what are the industries that have been set up?
So the industries are mainly ceramic ware, and there is also footwear that is being manufactured over there.
Okay, okay. Good. And how about Khap Panchayats? Are they still existent in Haryana?
Yes, sir, they are existent.
And, they are generally considered, discriminatory towards women, because in the past there have been many orders they have given, like women can't possess mobile phones with them. So, do you think that with this kind of attitude they are illegal and they should be disbanded altogether?
Sir, though the Khap Panchayats have been giving extrajudicial diktats for a very long time, and I would agree that their position to women has been discriminatory, but recently there has been a change in their attitude. Like one of the Khaps has accepted intercaste marriage. So with time, I think the acceptance will increase.
So you say that social change is better rather than, having a hard approach.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Like we were discussing with you the gender issue earlier. The gender issue is very poor in some of the districts, and Haryana as a whole has, the gender issue has been below national average. So that's one picture. The other side that you see that athletes from Haryana, especially female athletes, they are doing very well at a national, at an international level. So how do you reconcile these two, contrasting pictures? Why is this happening?
Sir, though the position of women and sex ratio has been low in Haryana, but the emphasis on sports has been high. The government has been promoting sports for a long time. There has been a particular policy that pertains
No, I'm not talking about the steps taken by the government. I'm talking about the social aspect of it. At one stage, if gender ratio is poor, this means that there is a low acceptability of a girl child. But at the same time, if sports persons are excelling, there is, some kind of support from the family as well. The families are, encouraging their girls to step out and, perform. So why these two contrasting images, contrasting situation? They are two opposite situations. That's what I'm asking. So why is there so difference in the attitude?
Sir, I would say that the culture of sports has been ingrained in the minds of Haryana people for a long time. So I think that's why.
Okay, all right. Thank you. That's all from my side. I'll pass on to the next round.
Sakshi.
Yes, sir.
So Sakshi, are you nervous?
A little bit, sir.
So what do you do when you are nervous?
Sir, I try to take long breaths.
Okay. Arrange the words Tiruchirappalli, Mississippi and Jhajjar. How many double letter words are there in these 3 letter words?
Sir, how do I arrange?
Either in ascending way or descending way.
Sir, I would say Tiruchirappalli, Jhajjar and Mississippi.
So how many double letter words are there in Mississippi?
Sir, 4. Sir, 2.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Spell Jhajjar.
Sir, JHAJJAR.
So double letter word.
Sorry.
So there is only one double letter word, double J.
Yes, sir. Sir, as a.
Okay, no issue. You see, you come from mathematics.
Yes, sir.
So tell us how mathematics pervade the atmosphere of this room.
Sir, we can count the number of lights in the room, and the planning of the room has been done according to the geometry, like whether it is a rectangle or how many corners are there accordingly, and also the cost of tiles to lay down the tiles. Apart from it, the cost of building, largely they have been through mathematics applications.
So if I tell climate and weather, so which is, if I say climate is integration of weather and weather is differentiation of climate, it is true or false?
Sir, it is true. Yes, sir.
You see, you have anthropology, and Haryana as a state has emerged as one of the best states in sports. So how anthropologically, how you see the difference between males and females when it comes to sports?
So, kinanthropometry of anthropology is a branch that largely deals with sports. So the physiology of women and men has been different. So particularly that gives an insight into which sports usually they play.
Thank you, Sakshi. The interview is over. We'll start with the feedback.
I think to a large extent, I think you have good command over your language. Initially, when you came in, I think you were very nervous when the sir asked you first question about your passion. And I think that was a very open-ended question wherein, you could have given a more elaborate answer, and it could have, really, you could have highlighted some aspects of your personality, because, in lots of other questions, you have a very limited, question is very specific, and you have to answer that in a limited way. But here it was open-ended. You could have taken the interview in any direction you wanted. So just work on these questions a bit. Play to your strengths in such questions. Don't give a very pointed, even sir had to point out, that's all. So that was kind of a, just work on this aspect. There are some questions you can see on the transcripts also. Just work on these questions and, develop answers which, can work for your strength. In some of the other answers, which I felt was that you could have been more elaborative again. Try to give, multiple dimensions of a problem. Like when sir asked about gender issue or the sex ratio, just don't be limited to implementation. Try to give some innovative aspects. Say, for example, monitoring system is already there with the help of ASHAs. They are monitoring what is the health of the child, what is the health of the mother, and that system can be replicated to keep track whether there has been any, ferticide or not. So that is how you should, try to give a more multiple dimensions. Don't be limited to mains answer के ठीक है sir वो implementation देख लेंगे. That is fine in the mains answer, but not in the interview. तो थोड़ा सा ना आपको just work on these aspects.